Okay, at this time, at 6:30, I'd like to open the Administrative Services Committee meeting for Monday, April 17th, 2017. Please call the roll.
Counselor Cordino.
Here.
Counselor Van Buren.
Here.
Counselor Reynolds.
Here.
Counselor Walker.
Here.
Counselor Emmons. Excused.
Excused, sorry.
This time, I'd like a motion to approve the minutes of the April 3rd, 2017 committee meeting.
Make a motion.
Second.
Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes. Is there any old business for this committee? Seeing none, moving right on to new business under authorization. Item number 1, the engineering office requests approval of change order number HC1 for the heating and ventilating construction contract with J&A Mechanical Incorporated for the East Side Wastewater Treatment Plant Dechlorination System Upgrade Project Contract number 2 in the amount of $5,400. Anybody have any questions or issues? We received all the paperwork in conjunction with this, and it looks pretty straightforward as far as the change order. Seeing nothing, can I have a motion?
Make a motion. Second.
Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Item number 2, Mayor William J. Barlow Jr. states bids were received for the controlled demolition of 268 West 5th Street, and the low bid was submitted by Crisafulli Trucking Incorporated in the amount of $13,470. The funding for the project will require a transfer from contingent account A 1990.0460 to account A-3620.0440. Any comments on this? Yes, Council.
Thank you. Yeah, considering this is in my ward, 268 West 5th Street, I went down to check with Mike Riley, purchasing agent, and got a little information on the company, and he said we've worked with the company, the city's worked with them in the past, had a good rapport, and there weren't any problems. Additionally, I just wanted to draw to everyone's attention, if you look inside the packet, I was wondering about this, but actually what you're looking at here, the $13,470, does not include the tipping fees. And I wanted to make that clear because it notes in the proposed resolution that the city chamberlain would be authorized to transfer an amount not to exceed $10,000. That would be in addition to the $13,470 to cover the landfill tipping expenses. And my understanding just from asking was that there's different rates for tipping fees, and because of the way they would do this, the whole building would be taken down, it would be like wetted down, so, and then taken down, they won't be removing the asbestos in advance, it would be the cheapest way to do it, that we would be looking at up to $10,000 in tipping fees, but I just wanted everyone to be aware of the fact that Mayor Barlow has actively lobbied the county, sent a letter to legislator Jake Mulcahy, trying to get the tipping fees waived. So right now, his suggestion, Mr. Mulcahy responded, his suggestion was we actively lobby all the legislators that have part of the SWIGO, and see if we can't get the tipping fees waived. So we're actively pursuing that. Just wanted everybody aware of that.
Okay. In the interest of transparency, I thought I would read the 4 bids. It is in public record, but I did want to point out that Crisafulli Trucking was the low bidder at $13,470. The second bidder was Bronze Contracting at $15,500. Number 3 was LCP Group at $19,000, and the fourth one was Diversified Construction at $32,000. So those are the 4 bids that we had. Any other comments or questions on this? Seeing none, can I have a motion?
Second.
I want.
Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Thank you. Item number 3, Tom Kells, DPW Commissioner, is requesting permission to send 6 employees of the Department of Public Works and Water Department to attend the DOH workshop on May 12, 2017 in Cortland, New York. Commissioner Kells, would you like to share anything about this?
Counselors, this is just to keep us in compliance with the Board of Health. That's pretty much it.
Any other comments, questions? Seeing none, how about a motion? Make a motion.
Counselor Corodino?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds? Yes. Counselor Walker?
Item number 4, Carolyn Anderson, Animal Control Officer, requests authorization to attend the Humane Euthanasia Training Course at Lollipop Farms in Rochester, New York, on Thursday, April 27, 2017, for the Assistant Animal Control Officer. Caroline, would you like to expand on this request or explain it a little further?
Sure. I was on a call. It's a mandatory training in order for me to keep my status as a euthanasia technician in New York State. I'm requesting to take along my assistant so that she has training as well in the event that I'm out of the office and she needs to step in for me. It's just every 4 years we have to get recertified.
Okay, thank you. Questions or comments from the council? Seeing none?
Make a motion.
Second. Counselor Corodino?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
And we need a resolution.
Caroline, we need a resolution. Thank you. Item number 5. Randall Griffin, Fire Chief, is requesting an intra-departmental transfer to cover the cost of a new chief's vehicle from the following accounts. $35,000 from account A.3410.0411 to account A.3410.0200, and $5,000 from account number A.3410.0211 to account A.3410.0200. Chief, would you like to share with
Yes,
us?
this is to reduce the reliance on people's personal vehicles. The fire department, for fire department business, so meetings they attend, public education, things like that. So right now, the pickup truck is being used as a frontline emergency piece while the ambulance is out, so that's unavailable. So what has happened in the past, apparently, is they've used the chief's vehicle, which leaves the fire chief with no vehicle at the station. And there's been several times that we've had no vehicles to go either pick up the ambulance from repairs in Syracuse. So people are using their personal vehicles. So I'm trying to avoid that. So this addition of this vehicle to the fleet would help that.
Thank you. Any questions on this request? Seeing none, can I have a motion? Yes, Mr. Becker, please.
Thank you for your time. I don't get it. You got a pickup truck down there who chases. Is it a chase vehicle, that pickup truck that had the plow on it? Is that what that's all about? Because it was chasing, what's his name, Mentor down the road here a couple times on Bridge Street. I'm trying to figure out what that was all about. Isn't he supposed to be out in front of the ambulance for the Oswego ambulance? Then the other thing I have to tell you, my friends, I had a taxpayer get on my ear the other day. How's it look over here? It looks kind of flat right now. He's telling me about the ambulance and the entire fire department bailing out of the fire department and responding to a call that a lady had a tire hit a curb and broke the tire. And I don't know, somebody must have called 911, and the whole entire fire department bailed out for this one. Now, Chief Griffin, I know that you're new at this job, but the thing is, my God, I thought you were brought here to check all this stuff. What's going on here? It's still the same old stuff? How come they had to respond to the lady with a flat tire that hit the curb? The entire I'm sorry, I apologize. The entire fire department bailed out for that one. Your turn.
Mr. Becker. I don't know if you heard, we're talking about buying a truck.
I know, but you got two Jeeps, you got two trucks over there. He's got a brand new one over there that says fire chief on it. Then he's got one that says assistant fire chief or respond fire. Then he's got the pickup truck sitting over there. Look at, I thought Jeff left here. I'm sorry, Robbie, but I had to say what I had to say. I think it's time to rope it in if you have to, because he's not.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Becker. Thank you, Robbie. Any other comments or questions? Seeing none, can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Counselor Corradino.
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Item number 6, Mark Tesorario, City Clerk, received a request for approval of the 2017 racing schedule for Oswego Speedway in payment of $500 for the license fee. See, this is something that we do every year. It's a $500 fee. The Speedway pays us to operate the Speedway. Are there any questions or comments?
I'll move it.
Second.
Counselor Corradino.
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Item number 7, under executive session. Nancy Stereo, Personnel Director, requests an executive session regarding collective negotiations pursuant to Article 14, Taylor Law of the Civil Service Law. You want to make a motion to do it now or go in after next meeting?
I'm okay with, that's the way we did it last time. If you want to make a motion to, we can pass the motion and that will adjourn in executive session after fiscal services. If you want to do that. Make a motion.
Second. Counselor Corradino.
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Okay, with that item being the last item under the Administrative Services Committee meeting, are there any other issues or,
You're not actually going to close out. You're just gonna...
We can't close it out because we didn't.
because we're going to go into executive session?
Correct.
So we're just going to go into,
You're just going to say you're going to go on recess now, and then I'll...
well, I'm not going to close this meeting. I'm going to keep
Sounds
this one
good,
open.
Counselor.
Yes.
I recommend that you recess the meeting, and then you call it after the
Excellent plan.
business of the next committee starts.
I have a motion to recess.
Motion to recess.
Counselor Corradino.
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Anything for you, Miles. This time, I'd like to call the Physical Services Committee meeting to order. Could you please call the roll?
Counselor Van Buren.
Here.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Here.
Counselor Gozick.
Here.
Can I get a motion to approve the April 3rd, 2017 committee meeting?
Motion?
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
The Engineering Department requests use of public space on behalf of Camelot Lodge LLC, owner of commercial property at 197-203 West First Street, located in the 3rd Ward, in order to install a 12-foot by 10-foot for a new permanent porticio between the building and the curb fronting West First Street. There's an attachment. Is anybody here to speak to that?
Good evening. Canal Commons is seeking to put an awning overhang from the building out 12 feet in line with the trees and the lamppost that's currently in front of the building. The main objective is to create an atmosphere or a focal point to know where the main entrance of the building is, because when we did the building about 18 years ago, the state would not allow us to change the front or the glass or the enclosure or anything in any way on the front of the building itself. And so we have 4 different shops that all look identical, and people that are trying to go into the commons to frequent some of the folks that are in the internal part of the commons walk into Andrews or walk into the Artisans or different doors inadvertently. So this would give a focal point to be the main entrance to the building.
Any questions or comments on that one? Councilman McLaughlin?
Through the chair, will this stand up over the snow load? And will the equipment be able to get underneath it, clear snow?
It will. It'll be well over 7 foot to the bottom side, which is underneath the equipment that's used to clear. For about 15 years, we've done all the snow removal in front of the buildings and Global Buffet and down 104. So we're very aware that it needs to be high enough for our tool cap blowers and everything to go in. And we clear a very wide swath.
There will be large aluminum stanchions that it will sit on that will be anchored, and they will be purposefully right in line. Now, it's not going to go right to the curb. It's going to go back several feet, and the feet will be literally right in line with the tree and with the current lamp post, so that we're able to clear everything of the sidewalk, just like we always have, right up to the lamp post. So that 12-foot wide sidewalk.
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, then I'll take a motion.
Make a motion? Second.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Moving under item number 1, under new business, the engineering department requests use of public space on behalf of Oswego Rental Properties LLC, owner of a single-family dwelling at 112 East 8th Street, located in the 4th Ward, for new cutout parking 13-foot by 50-foot for 2 cars, including stair, retaining walls, and safety rail between the curb and sidewalk fronting East 8th Street. And there's an attachment. Counselor.
So I forgot this one was coming up. We're purchasing the property. It's on an embankment. There is no driveway. And after talking with Bob, we realized that we could not lower the sidewalk or put a driveway in, and the only other way would be to do as our neighbors do on both sides each of the house. I think 2 on the right and at least 2 on the left of this house have curb cutouts. And as you know, every house needs parking, so we have a diagram there that shows a curb cutout that goes up to the sidewalk to put an appropriate cutout for parking.
Any questions or comments? I'm good.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item number 2, the engineering department requests use of public space on behalf of Rent-A-Ride Properties LLC, owner of commercial property at 211 West Seneca Street, located in the 1st Ward, for 20-foot by 82-foot, fronting First Avenue, and 20-foot by 27-foot, fronting West Seneca Street, to display vehicles for sale, and there's an attachment. Counsel.
Is there anybody here to speak on this tonight?
Hello, how are you? Basically, all I want to do is park used cars there for sale. I'm not looking to make any changes to the property or anything like that. Just park cars there and sell them. So that's it.
And the one question that came up was blocking any sidewalk. Would be blocking any of the sidewalk?
I would not park them on the sidewalk if that's what you're
Okay.
asking now.
I have no problems with this.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll take a motion.
Motion?
Second.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 3, the engineering department requests use of public space on behalf of the McGrath, was it 3 or 4 that got pulled? 3? 3. Sorry. Item number 4, the engineering department requests use of public space on behalf of Tom Millar, owner of commercial property at 17 West Cayuga Street, located in the 1st Ward, for 7-foot by 45-foot for proposed cafe tables and seating with a rope enclosure between the sidewalk and property line fronting West 1st Street. And there's an attachment. Mr. Millar.
If anybody wants engineering drawings, I could pass them out now.
Sure. Anybody need them? I know Councilor goes and brought some. Pass on some. No, you're good. We're, look at this. Number 3? Nate emailed me and said it was pulled, so I just took that one down. Thanks. Go ahead.
It kind of ties into my other request here, so this is for the next issue.
Go ahead.
So I'm requesting outdoor seating for the brewery. There's several other locations downtown that have this allowed. If you have any technical questions, John Sharkey from Universal Metalworks is here. He's going to be doing the fabrication. It's pretty straightforward outdoor seating for the brewery. Any questions?
Does anyone have any questions or comments regarding that? So we discussed this before, and I would propose one amendment to this one. It would just be contingent upon an agreement for the debt that was discussed. We're working out that now. So we're willing to pass this, move it forward to the full council, contingent upon an agreement reached by us and you and the city regarding that. So if you're okay with that, we'll move forward.
Sure. Yep.
Does anyone have any questions or comments? Okay.
With what? Okay. Sure. And if you need to, and I know Justin and Mr. Caracoli are here if they need to speak about our agreement for moving forward with old debt, that seems to be pretty wrapped up, so.
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
believe they both caught us up with a few of the details and everything, so we're comfortable with, moving forward with that.
Fair.
Is there any other questions or comments? I'll take a motion.
Make a motion. Second?
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Item number 5, the engineering department requests use of public space on behalf of Tom Millar, owner of commercial property at 17 West Cayuga Street, located in the first ward, for 6 foot by 7 foot to create an emergency exit by removing current Bilco doors and installing 2 metal rails as a code enforcement requirement between the curb and the property line in front of West First Street. Tom, they sent us up some plans for that.
I have some photos as well, if you want me to pass those out.
I think I'm good. You
Okay.
guys have seen it. That makes sense. It's good for me. Does anyone have any questions or comments?
Just so you know, this is not going to be permanent. Basically, what I'm recommending is we take the Bilco doors off just for the season. Universal Metalworks is fabricating the rails to be secured, and we'll take them down for the winter. That way it won't cause any issues with plowing. I think it's a pretty good design.
Yeah, that sounds good as long as we're code compliant, that works for me.
Sure.
So, yeah. Any questions or comments on that one?
I'm just going to ask you were saying it's for safety, right? I mean, would it offer another way to get out of the building, or is it going to be an entrance as well?
Well, it'll be our third exit way from the basement. We've already been approved as an assembly. To me, this only helps. We don't have any code violations, but I think this provides another exit way, which can only help prevent any other future issues.
People wouldn't be entering through that?
They can enter and exit through it. Yep. It's already set up with a push bar, and it's ready to go pretty much. So with the approval, we'll have it fabricated and done in 2 days.
Council.
Is this also going to be under a contingent, like you did on item number 4, the contingent that you mentioned, and Councilor Walker?
Yeah, both agenda items will have both contingencies. I mean, it'll be
Okay,
addressed by
I
you.
just want to make that clear that both item 4 and 5 covered under that contingent.
Yeah, we'll just carry
amendment
them
we
on.
made.
I would also add the liability insurance. I've given it to you for the sign that we're mounting outside, but we could show proof of all the insurance and that the city's not liable, stuff like that. So.
Okay, great. Are there any other questions or comments? Seeing none,
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Thanks, Tom. Okay. Item number 6, Mayor William J. Barlow Jr. received requests from Katie Tomey, Executive Director of the Greater Oswego-Fulton Chamber of Commerce, for permission to close West First Street between West Oneida Street and Bridge Street. Tom, did you want your drawings back? No. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Greater Fulton Chamber of Commerce for permission to close West First Street between West Oneida Street and Bridge Street each Thursday beginning May 25th, 2017 for the 2017 Oswego Farmers Market. The hours of operation are from 3 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Chamber is also requesting a police officer on site each Thursday of the market beginning at 4:30 p.m. and there's an attachment. Anybody want to speak to that?
Good evening. My name is Gene Schoonmaker-Franzik. I'm the manager for the Fulton Oswego Chamber of Commerce Farmers Markets, and I'm here to answer any questions you might have about our request.
Right. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Council.
Is it going to be the same as always the last few years?
Except that there will be, we have not requested the stage. But other than that, it's pretty much the same as it's been in the past.
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll take a motion.
Oh, I got one, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. John?
I was just going to ask, that without the stage, are there still going to be entertainment?
I beg your pardon?
Or are they still planning on offering entertainment as in the past, or no?
Entertainment and, let me see here. Community-driven entertainment. Kids, band, karate,
Okay, same.
things like that. On the premises itself, right on the blacktop somewhere, or maybe on the grass right out here, whatever is appropriate for the entertainment that's being provided. But we're not going to compete with the city who's presenting entertainment at Brightbeck. And it also brings it back to what we intended for it to be in the first place, and that is a community, promote small business, promote local farmers, promote, rather than a big gala extravaganza thing that has started to turn into. We're pulling it back.
Great. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll take a motion.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
And we need a resolution?
Yeah, Commissioner Earl. Item number 7, Tom Cowles, DPW Commissioner, received a request from George Hoffman on behalf of Veterans Council of Oswego to hold its annual Memorial Day observance on May 29th, 2017. The Veterans Council is also requesting use of the bandwagon, electrical power, chairs, and the podium. There's an attachment. Is anyone here to speak to that event? I believe it's the same request they've made several years in a row. Any questions or comments?
Make a motion.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Moving on to item number 8, Thomas Cowles, DPW Commissioner, received a request from Bernadette Pryor requesting Pryor's Taekwondo America and the Oswego Bookmobile for use of Brightbeck Park on May 7th, 2017 to host a breakathon fundraiser for the Bookmobile, and there's an attachment. Is anyone here to speak to that event? Master Pryor.
I'm not sure who my wife set it up with. Every year, our school tries to do a fundraiser for some organization. We have a summer program at our school, and they've been very generous to let our children from our summer camp go to the Bookmobile every summer. If people know, the Bookmobile is all based on donations. There was a week last year that they could not get out to everybody because the Bookmobile broke down. They had to wait to get the money to get that fixed and get it back up again. Because they do so much in the community, my kids decided this year that they would like to raise money for that. We only need a space. We've done them in Price Chopper parking lot. It takes us. We've done them at elementary schools. We can do them anywhere. Kids collect donations just like any other breakathon. They raise money for breaking boards. The money is going to be raised prior to that event. They just need an open space to do it outside and break the boards in front of everybody so that they can, showcase, breaking the boards and how money that they raised for them. And this year we want to do it for the Bookmobile because they really need the donations for this program.
Great. Thank you. Is there any questions or comments?
Make a motion. Second.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Item number 9, Tom Cowles, DPW Commissioner, received a request from Heidi Sprague on behalf of Girl Scout Troop 10301 to host an outdoor day public run from 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. on May 20th, 2017 at Brightbeck Park, and there's an attachment. Is anyone here to speak to that event?
It's a different troop number. It's
Okay.
102910, so.
I will make that amendment.
My name is Jillian Bell, and I'm from Troop 10291, and we're doing a public fun run for our Bronze Award. And the public fun run will help donate money and supplies to an animal shelter.
Is there any questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll take a motion.
Motion.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Item number 10, Thomas Kells, DPW Commissioner, received a request from Ashley Mine for use of public space during a wedding reception on June 3rd. Probably not 2057, although I appreciate the commitment. From 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. near the pavilion to have a DJ, Millennium DJ service to provide music setup, 30 setup, 6x3 rectangular tables and 250 chairs, along with 2 40-square-foot tents and propane grill, 6 foot in length. Lastly, Ms. Mine is requesting a waiver from the noise ordinance, and there's an attachment. There's a whole host of stuff. Counselor?
I can speak on this a little bit. She's a neighbor of mine, and she's getting married.
You got that? Yep.
She wanted a light party down.
Sounds good.
The basic what we've done.
Okay, yeah, I guess this one, just make sure they got the, I think because they're using a propane tank, they're gonna need the fire permit and a few other things. Just make sure they hit that checklist. Any questions or comments?
Make a motion. Second.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 11, Thomas Kells, DPW Commissioner, received a request from Joe Cortini on behalf of the Fulton Jazz Festival for use of the City of Oswego bandwagon for its 2017 Jazz Fest on Friday, August 11th, 2017, and Saturday, August 12th, 2017 at the Fulton War Memorial. It's pretty standard. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll take a motion. Oh, sorry. You guys want-
That's okay. I'm Jan Rebior, and this is my husband Tony. We're the Board of Directors of the Fulton Jazz Fest, and this is our 9th year, and I believe we've been doing business with the City of Oswego and renting your stage for those 9 years, and we just want to thank you very much. It serves its purpose, and it's nice to be able to do business with our neighbor because we have a lot of people from all over seeing your logo on the stage, and we invite you all to visit us on August 11th and 12th for our Jazz Fest. So,
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Any other questions or comments?
Make a motion.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 12, Justin Rudgick, Community Development Director and Chair, Special Events Community, received a request from Frederick Layton Elementary School regarding the 31st Annual Triathlon at Layton Elementary to be held on Saturday, May 20th, 2017. They are requesting road closures from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. for the following streets: Buccaneer to Hillside Ave, to Utica, to Liberty, and back to Buccaneer, as well as the high school parking lot and Singleton Street. Lastly, they are requesting safety personnel during this event, and there is an attachment. Justin?
Come on.
No?
Okay, this is the 31st annual triathlon event. It's been an ongoing tradition at Layton Elementary School. It's requesting the exact same thing as previous years, so it's a pretty straightforward request. From a fee standpoint, since they're under a school domain, they're exempt, so it is what it is.
Sounds good, thank you. Any other questions or comments?
I'll make a motion.
Not yet, you will.
Sorry.
Councilor Cordino's got it.
Well, I'm not really, it's not an issue that I brought up, but last year when this happened, I got a call from actually somebody who lives in my ward, but has a business in Councilor Gozick's ward. And he was upset that he didn't get enough notice that some of these streets that affect his business are being closed from 8 to 11 that morning. So I just want to make sure that we're doing a good job of somehow publicizing it, getting the information out. I mean, this particular person, I don't think is on social media, so are we doing anything beyond social media to get the notice out that these roads will be closed on that day?
Well, if you look at the special events application and guide, we put the owners back onto the event organizer to notify businesses and residences that would be impacted by road closures. So as soon as this event is approved by the council at the next meeting, I will send a notice to make sure that they are pounding the pavement, so to speak, to notify businesses and residences that are potentially impacted.
Perfect. Thank you. Any other questions or comments?
Motion. Second.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
And we need a resolution?
Justin will do it.
Yes, sir.
Item number 13, Justin Rudge, Community Development Director and Chair of the Special Events Committee, received a completed application regarding the Bemelman Festival to be held on Saturday, May 20th, 2017 at the Fort Ontario Complex. The festival is to celebrate the 100th anniversary of World War I and 1917 deployment of Ludwig Bemelman's, author of Madeline books, as the private at Fort Ontario.
It's a pretty straightforward request. Mr. Sivers is here. He can speak a little bit about the event itself. Each one of you received a packet to outline the event and what's happening and the significance of that event. But regarding the request, requesting a partial road closure, as well as permission to install banners on the Bridge Street Bridge to honor that specific event for that day.
Great. Mr. Sivers?
Thank you. We've been planning this event for over a year. We've not made a lot of public announcement about it simply because we didn't know how far we were going to get and if we were going to actually have any money to do anything with. There's 6 nonprofit organizations involved, but we did recently get a $9,700 grant from the Shinneman Foundation for publicity and marketing. So now we're moving quickly, since we've only got about a week or several weeks. You'll find in the packet there is a map of Fort Ontario. The only part of the street that would close would be that section from the entrance to the Fort parking lot across in front of the Arts Center to allow for pedestrian traffic back and forth from our parking lot to the lawn. Because the Fort area is under construction for utility work, we're potentially having to move some of the activities from where there's digging going on now and may still be going on to more in front of the Art Center, so this would help that immensely. On the 3rd page, you can see a mock-up of the banner. There'd be 4 on the Bridge Street Bridge and 4 on the Utica Street Bridge. They're exactly the same size as the Project Bloom banners that will be going up immediately after these. It would be just one installation, and then they would come down when the Project Bloom banners went up, so that we're coordinating that. The latest email I got from Katie at the Chamber of Commerce was that they didn't see any issue with it since they'd be coming down before the banners went up. That's not exactly what the banners are going to look like, but that's really, really close. And then the rest of the material basically is the schedule of activities and some other information for you. We did fill out the events application even before the council approved it, I think, because we thought that was probably going to happen. We're hoping with advertising throughout the region that we can get a number of people here for the festival. We have no idea how big it might be. Madeline is extremely popular, and because of the reality that Ludwig Bemelmans was stationed at the fort and kept a diary and then turned that diary into a book in the 1930s called My War with the United States, and his daughter, who holds the rights to all of his material, has given me permission to turn those pages about Oswego into a play, and that became the cornerstone of the festival, and everything else just sort of blossomed from that. Happy to answer any questions. I think it'll be a great event for Oswego. We're hoping, if it's successful, to continue it in the future.
Great. Thank you very much. Is there any questions or comments?
Just a comment. I just wanted to commend Paul Lear at the fort, Mr. Sivers, everybody involved. I'm sure I'm missing people, but it seems like a great project. A lot of people focus on Fort Ontario history from colonial times, which is fascinating. But I think it's also important to look at the 20th century. Everybody knows about the Safe Haven Holocaust Museum. World War I, we entered World War I 100 years ago. Most people forgot. Even Veterans Day was Armistice Day, and this day and age, people have lost it. I teach history. I just wanted to commend everybody involved with this. There are so many people from the community have pulled together, and I think it's a great opportunity to promote other aspects of Oswego's history. And, I wish you the best of luck, and I support this 100%.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yes.
Counselor Gossick.
Yes.
And we need a resolution.
Figure it out. Thanks. Any other business to come before the committee? Seeing none, I'll make a motion.
Second.
Counselor Van Buren.
Yes.
Counselor McLaughlin.
Yes.
Counselor Gossick.
Yes.
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
We need to come out of recess.
Come out of recess first, right?
Enjoy your jazz festival.
Show of hands.
Great. I see that.
Show of hands.
I don't recognize me, but you poured me beers. Being a